Welcome to Shop Talk. Today is Tuesday, June 17th. Today we'll take a look at four things. I actually want a little bit of a structure to these videos, so I have four bullet points that we'll discuss. First one, we're halfway through the year. Might as well do like a mid-year update. We'll take a look at the last 6 months, take a look at the next 6 months, but also compare ourselves or the business to where we were at this time last year. We'll briefly talk about like what really are my best brands, which ones sell the best, kind of like the backbone of the company. We'll briefly discuss some prototypes, which you guys might have seen at Blade Show. My prototypes, my own OEM designs. And then we'll finish out by kind of looking over what's coming up within the next 2-3 months, all the way to the end of, really to the end of the year. So I have the stats pulled up here. Obviously today is, like I said, June 17th. So this is comparing last year all the way up to June 17th of, obviously last year, 2024. We're going to take a look at sessions, total sales, orders, and the conversion rate. So sessions, obviously, when customers visit the site, depending on how long they stay there, whatever, that's considered a like session or visiting on the site. So we are up 12% on that category, which that's good. I would like to see it maybe 20, 25%, even higher. But 12%, we're in the positive, so I'm good with that. We'll skip sales for now because we'll come back to it. Obviously, that's the one I focus on probably the most as a business owner. So we'll come back to that. Orders, we are up 24%. So I'm very happy with that. Again, we're in the green. We're positive. 24% is awesome. It still gives us a lot of room to work to improve over the next 6 months. But yeah, the fact that we're up 24% compared to this time last year, that's pretty good. Conversion rate, we are up 20%. That's good. Order conversion rate obviously is extremely important, which kind of ties into total sales. So total sales, we are up 30%. Very happy with that. I would like to see it again around 35, 40, even 50. But the fact that we're doing really good this year and we are up 30% compared to last year, yeah, I'm very pleased with that. But like I said, it gives us plenty of room to work with the next 3 to 6 months, and hopefully with the holiday season coming up, obviously kind of like halfway through October, all the way through December, that should go up just a little bit. So we'll see. All right, I need your help. So we have been using Shopify ever since like halfway through the year of 2020. We have been using the same theme, the same like website design since 2020. And I was talking with Brian the other day. I think it's time that we kind of upgrade it, make it look a little better. But the problem is, well, it's not really, obviously it's a good problem, but the website works. And a lot of people are used to the website. So the last thing I'd want to do is to really, put a lot of upgrades into the website and make it look completely different, which, I would never do. But to kind of update it, I feel like it's getting to the point where we need to do that. But let me know in the comments below, do you guys like the website? Do you guys like my little square graphics that I make? Is it hopefully easy to understand when you go to the website? Can you navigate around? Are the pictures really clear and precise? Little stuff like that. But I think if we could upgrade the theme, improve it a little bit, just kind of give it a facelift, I think that would be very useful, not just for me, but also for you guys. But yeah, let me know in the comments. And my best-selling brands, I could probably narrow it down to about 4 or 5. We'll quickly discuss them. The first one being GC. I've been a GC dealer for a long time. GC always has sold well. Recently, I've tried to include like Cooper Cutlery with my GC releases, offer more knives, and I feel like it's actually done very well. And it's a little bit more fair. I can obviously hold the GC, hold the Cooper cutlery until I have a pretty large inventory of them, do a big release. More people can get more knives, and to me that's been a really good answer just because of the supply and demand with GC and Cooper cutlery. My exclusives, I can control pretty much everything about my exclusives, the way how they look, the materials, handle materials, steel materials, the way how I market them, even the retail price of them. I can offer them at a better price to you guys, and that allows me to move them a little bit quicker. But at the same time, you know, I like having inventory because of situations like 2020 where all the factories kind of shut down for a little bit. Like, I'm thankful that I had a lot of inventory in the basement here because it allowed me to survive through the whole year until 2021 and things, you know, got back to going. But other brands, Jack Wolf, Finch, and Rosecraft, I sell them daily. They've always done very well for me. I've been a dealer for them for a long time now, and I feel like I have established myself within the knife community as a top or premier dealer for really all of those brands, and they consistently have done well throughout the last 6 months to the last 2 or 3 years. And it's something I look forward to continuing throughout this year and further on. All right, let's discuss some prototypes real quick. This is the next one coming out, hopefully in a month or two. This is called the Hot Brass Jack. And obviously, as you guys can see, it's a gun stock style pattern. I added that easy open notch right there. And then inside is a beautiful, very slim clip point blade, hollow ground, 154 cm, stainless steel, bolsters, and liners. They're integral. And we have 3 flutes on the top bolster, 1 flute on the bottom, just like the Kentucky Holler Jack. So I'm trying to build up a little, I guess, consistency within my designs. And this next one is the Sugar Maple Jack. Kind of basing this off of the Shatton Morgan Humpback Lockback Whittler, which was a premier design with my grandpa and Bill Howard, who obviously is the owner of Great Eastern Cutlery now. But kind of has that humpback design right here. I'm going with the, it's like a sheep's foot clip point blade, very popular within the knife community in the last, I don't know, 6 months to a year, maybe even more than that. So I think the blade did very well with this like handle shape. And of course you get, you know, your 3 flutes, 1 here at the bottom, 154 cm jimping, and hollow ground blade. Yeah, I like this one. 4 versions, both in the Hot Brass Jack and the Sugar Maple Jack. And whenever they finally get here, I'll do a more in-depth review. And last but not least, right now I'm calling this the Coastline Jack. I kind of rushed myself to make the name. I will most likely change it up a little bit. I like to stick with theme, like the Ohio Appalachia theme. Kind of relate the knife to either like a personal story of mine or a personal story of like grandpa or my grandma or my parents. But we'll think about this, and maybe I'll change it up, but yeah, we'll see. So Shatton Morgan used to make a beautiful swayback clasp knife. That's kind of what this is, just with my own take on it. Of course, you got the fluting, 3 top, 1 on the bottom. This is crystallized titanium, so this will be an actual version of, so one of the 4 versions of this knife, which when I first got this, the crystallized titanium with the stainless steel bolsters, I didn't really know how it would look, but to me it looks really good. So I went ahead and went forward with it. But yeah, overall it looks really good. You get that fat, again, we're here with the, it's like a drop point, clip point blade, but get that fat belly on it. And overall, I think this is one of my best designs. It feels really good in the hand. It just makes you want to use the knife, and it should be a good one. All right, I had to take that phone call, but thank you guys for watching. Finch Cherry Bombs come out this Friday, June 20th. I'll go over those probably tomorrow when I film my outside video. But thank you guys for all the support, for always watching. Have a good rest of the week, and we'll see you.